Thank you so much for tuning in to Strivers After 5. This is a great space for people who are looking to build. You are here, obviously, because you're looking to secure generational wealth. You're worthwhile, whether or not you have $2 in your pocket or 2 million. Needless to say, 2 million buys you a few more things than $2. However, it is clear here that your net worth is not your self-worth. I have a passion to end bad advice that is given to us regular common people that we end up taking, and it holds us back from the leaps and the growth that are necessary to secure generational wealth. I have been part of the financial industry here in Toronto, Ontario, in accounting, finance, and banking for the past 11 years. And I have been on the business and personal side. And this time I would like to form a community that has a continuous set of achievements that we can track our progress together. At times, this financial advice that is given, even from your own personal banking advisor, can hold you back from making the right decision for wealth creation and increasing your wealth profile. Now, it is not one size fits all at any point. So this is going to be the space where we discuss or your prospective decisions to make sure that when you make the decision, it is the optimal one for you, not for somebody else, for you. The key is to ensure that you have enough information and enough framework to think through the information to make yourself the primary decision maker. Sometimes we go into an advisor's office and there's some intimidation or there's some a balance of power where you have a good concern but you don't want to voice it because this person has all the experience on you and they should know better, or they are supposed to. This will be a very educational space. We will bring up experts when we can, and some of the reasons why you get given bad advice are highly publicized. Some are not very evident. However, this space is not for bashing all your other bankers or all your other financial advisors. This is the space where you come and we bring those pieces of advice that you have been given and check whether or not they pass the mustard for what you need to be doing right now. You, not anybody else but you. You have used the bank, but you have not paid for financial advice explicitly. Chances are you have been given advice. And that advice, as we have seen from multiple different instances, is a mixed bag at best. What we are going to do for you, what you are going to do for you through this community is find your tools to be able to sniff out what is good and what is not good for you when you get the advice. This is not just a budget to figure out if you need to skip your coffee to be wealthy. The famous skipping your latte will get you to be a millionaire in 20 or 30 years. Maybe that's true, maybe that's not true, but I know Elon Musk did not buy Twitter because he skipped on 2-3 lattes. I will share everything that I have learned in this past 11 years, as well as the things that I'm learning in the new financial paradigm that is coming up with Web3, cryptocurrencies, and community-based solutions like decentralized organizations, as well as new business paradigms like online sales, e-commerce. The power of numbers is going to be very useful for us getting off the ground, but the power of numbers is going to be very, very useful for us as we progress from having a community online to finding a way to get our community discounts in real life from real vendors. So my experience in the industry has shown me that the quality of advice, especially wholesome advice, goes down every single time that we have declining net worth in assets. And whenever I say net worth in assets, I also mean investable assets that are liquid. So if I have $10 and there's two friends of mine that have $1 million each, I will get worse advice on the $10 than both of them. However, these two people with $1 million each will both get two different sets of advice depending on how liquid their investments are. If you have real estate worth $1 million, you will get worse advice than if you have $1 million in cash. This space, I want to help individuals as we go through this transition the world is going through right now, from the grip of a few different corporations to possibly a decentralized decision making in product supply, where you have more of a gig economy set up, backed by communities and cryptocurrency, pedigree based economy, as opposed to prestige based economy that we have experienced. I am a certified professional accountant, so I have to say every single thing that I say on this channel is not financial advice for liability purposes. So maybe I need to I have designed a tool called the 7-step budgeting process that goes beyond what has been expected of your budget usually. Depending on how much effort you want to put in, this can be the one place. Now, potentially, as we progress, we'll make this into NFTs and you'll be able to own your own financial wealth profile as an NFT. And that is where, in general, the goal is to make sure that this is a community that is at the cutting edge of the opportunities that are upcoming. So that is something to be excited about. And this will cover for assets from real estate to cash to crypto to insurance and all the other non-conventional assets that you have ran into. As we get started, community support is going to be very important. And this community support is going to be in the form of different tiers on different marketplaces. If you're watching this from YouTube, there will probably be a membership on your right here. And you can choose the level of support that you want to provide the community with. Now, this is very key because as we grow, it will be very important that we deliver on time. As part of the resources below, I will put out the community plan on which products will be coming out and when they will be coming out. On each product, find a way to ask the people who have supported and participated to get some sort of benefit for being there before everybody else was. So whether it's limited editions, whether it's vanity editions, eventually we do need to get a staff and an operation together where promoting the community and finding value for the community is a full-time engagement that involves going and finding different discounts for our community members, akin to how unions used to work, products or services that our community is interested in, and then make sure that we get some sort of preferential treatment because of the number of community that we have. I'm a strong believer that if you have capital, especially large sums of capital, you have a massive advantage in the compounding game. The compounding game is the only game to get wealthy. The only one, not one, the only one. Some people get rich by getting $1 million, $3 million, $4 million, $4 million Bitcoin in one fell swoop. Getting wealthy requires compounding. But I believe when you have capital, you have a net advantage in compounding. This is why in the community, we are going to find a way to reward community participation and active participants, not just from the knowledge that you gain from the community members, but as a community, we will set aside a part for raffles, engagement, and participation, as well as merch, features and interviews and upgrades to different tiers of membership for all the people who are participating, and making sure that they're answering questions, they are getting rid of different bots in the chat. We will be running weekly or bi-weekly calls, because we believe that the best budget is done before the money is received, and this will become critical when we are going through the 7-star budget, which is the next video you should watch, because then you will understand why it's so different and why you need to have one. I will personally be available for one-on-ones, but if you're in a position where you're able to watch the videos and keep up, you will be able to run your own budget without having to look to me or to the community for a lot of help. Thank you very much. Leave your suggestions below and let me know what is the best advice you've ever got, and let me know what is the worst advice you've ever got. Yeah, click on the next video for the 7-star budget, and I hope you like it. Thank you, strivers. We out.